Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. Now, I feel like I'm looking quite pale. I have a few things to show you today. This is going to be a 4-day mini vlog. I have lots to do. I have cakes today, guys. Thank you very much for waiting. I'm doing 2 Valentine's content cakes. Tomorrow, I'm doing my first ever loaf of bread. Friday, I have my sister's Christmas present, which was the bread ahead croissant masterclass in London. And then Saturday, I'm hosting, so I'm going to take you on the journey. But I'm so glad to finally show you some cakes. And I feel like I'm looking quite pale, but I really am trying to channel my inner accepting I am a fair-skinned girly. I'm ginger, obviously. I don't have any fake tan on. I scrubbed last night and I just can't be bothered to fake tan this week. So this is what I'm looking like. And then we also have a few new things in the house that you guys haven't seen. So we put some wall art, which I'm going to show you. So you guys remember the big sofa? We got these, well, 3 prints, and then we bought the frames off Amazon. Oh no, it's reflecting. It's like a little mountainscape. I hope you guys like it. I thought it was really cool. This is a world record black wash. This is what happens when you have 2 goths living in the house. So what's been annoying me is this window here that I'm standing in front of has the biggest radiator in the house. So when I want to dry my washing, the whole world gets to look at my underwear. And so apparently if you get a dehumidifier, it can help dry your washing quicker. So we're actually going to put the washing in the conservatory with a dehumidifier, so I don't have to look at this every day. So the plan is, we have also ordered a bookshelf, which is so pretty. See, this is just so ugly. I don't want to look at it, especially because our house is south facing from the front. So this room can be really nice and light. It lets loads of light in. I don't want to be staring at that. No thanks. So ignore Jack's electric stuff. So obviously when the Christmas tree was here, it looked fine, it filled the space, but oh, my cushion's the wrong way round. So the bookshelf, I'll insert a picture here of what the bookshelf looks like, and that's actually coming today. And Jack has a half day today, so the bookshelf, bookcase, whatever you call it, is coming between 1 and 3, and Jack has a half day, so he'll be here to build it. I'm doing 2 content cakes today, which I'll show you. I do have our plasterer coming around any second to quote us for the last 2 bedrooms. Sorry, but I look ghostly. Georgia, be kind to yourself. I just feel like I may as well be a luminous. I might be glowing. It's okay. I'm fair-skinned. We don't have to be brown all the time. So I got 2 cakes today. I've already crumb coated them because it was so muggy this morning. I thought, well, I can't film early. I'll crumb coat them so they're ready to decorate. My plasterer is going to come, so I'm going to walk him round. Then I'm going to dry up, and then we're going to decorate. And you're going to finally get some cake content in this vlog. Thank you for waiting. And oh, and I have a new apron. I got this apron from TK Maxx. I just think it's very me. It's very every last crumb. I'm pretty sure it was like a £5 as well. $5.99, guys. If you didn't notice, I might actually have a bit more hair. I got my tapes put back in because I got my nose filler dissolved and I just needed something to make me feel a bit better. So I got my tapes put back in. I did a year without them. I reached my genetic peak and my hair just felt quite thin. So how cute is this? Is that a pocket? And it's a pocket. Yes. I should really wear aprons more, but because I'm in my kitchen, I think, oh, I don't know. I should. I probably need to roll this up. So my plaster's gonna be here any second, and then when we're back, we're gonna get on to decorating cakes. Okay, so my idea for the first cake is I have this little square, 7-inch square, and then with a dowel that I had left over from my Kenwood ad, because I love using things, I want to prop the heart up, like I want to push the dowel in and prop it up, kind of like a lolly. Never done that before, but I just thought it'd be fun and I have the time to do it. And then this cake is going to be the blush dusky pink and wine red, which is actually the decor, like tablescape colour scheme that I'm going for my Galentine's evening. I've ordered little menus, printouts. Hopefully it's going to look really cute. So I need to crumb coat this, I think, and then stack it. Again, not done this before, so I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, so this is cake number 1. I'm actually really happy with it. The actual structural integrity of it, sorry about the noise, that's Jack. Yeah, if you can hear noise. So happy with that cake. I've got a few dowels. I wasn't sure if I was going to sell this one, but I'm going to eat it because I only like to sell them if they're like perfect. But yeah, I think that's pretty good for a bit of content. I've got some good pictures. I'm going to cut it up. We love a sweet treat for our dessert. And I just hand it out to the neighbours. So I really do like this one. Yeah, super happy. It is a video, obviously it's content for you guys. It's a video for TikTok and my hair looks a mess. The only thing about having tapes is I can't claw clip it. So I have to plait it. So it's done you guys, TikTok and a photo on Instagram. So I'm really happy. And then I've got bright pink and bright red for the next cake, which hopefully I'm going to sell. And then that's just a bit of extra pocket money. Oh, and just an apology, I didn't actually do a separate skiing vlog. I will show you some clips here of me skiing. I'm not very good. I've only been twice, whereas Jack's been his whole life, but we had a really, really good time. I got there, I took all my camera equipment and I just wanted to be present. So I just had a few clips, had a really nice time. I think once I'm a bit more skilled and that I can actually film myself, then I'll take you along. But sorry, there isn't a whole vlog, but I was with like 20 people. I was the only beginner skier. It was just a lot. So we're going back into normal Georgia yapping vlog content. I clearly struggle filming on 2 different cameras because I was filming this for TikTok and you guys, and I just forgot to show you the process. But this is a very classic, in my brain, classic every last crumb. Like, this is what I used to do. Nothing too intricate. This does count as vintage, but this isn't really vintage in my books now. But sometimes I put too much pressure on myself to be like, you need to do so much intricate detail and piping. When you don't, there are literally no rules. I feel like you don't want to go too complicated with pink and red because it's a vibe in itself. So I just did some cute hearts, cherries, my usual vibe. I got some really good pictures in the sunlight, so that'll be for my Instagram, and I'm gonna sell this on my story. And yeah, super, super pleased. I kind of fight the daylight in this kitchen, so I kind of, by the time I've crumb coated and everything, I've usually got between before 3 o'clock, so it's 2:30 at the moment. And then the light starts going and I don't get any good pictures. So really happy with that cake. Done 2 videos, 2 rounds of photos. I want to be more present on my Instagram. I don't like Instagram for what Instagram is today. I just want to post a grid post, just one little picture. I don't want to post reels. I know that's what Instagram wants. I know that's what would grow my Instagram, but I just want Instagram for pictures. I don't want to put the same content on Instagram and TikTok. And I don't know, let me know if you agree. Jack has made a mess, but he has built the cabinet. We have nothing to, excuse me, we have nothing to put on it at the moment. But what I loved, I mean, bless him, he's tried to put a few bits and bobs, but we'll move those. My little heart jelly cat. What I liked about this was from, it was a Next van, but I'm pretty sure I'll put wherever we bought it from. But it hides certain cupboards, so this hides all the Wi-Fi stuff. We'll have plants there to move that, but bear in mind this is completely different from the IKEA. It pretty much matches, so I'm super, super happy. Starting to come together. We're going to go shopping on Sunday and hopefully get some knickknacks to put on there. There's a lamp I want from M&S. It's like a little mushroom lamp. I'll put a picture here. It looks really cute and it will fit in between the cupboards. So I have lots of clearing up to do. I'm luminous. I'm glowing. It's okay to be pale. It's okay to be pale. So yeah, I'm going to clean up all of that mess, this mess, and then I'm going to do some cleaning and some dusting, which is really exciting. One more thing I haven't shown you guys on the vlog. So I got what is this called? People call it a Dutch oven. It's basically an enamel casserole dish. Obviously, a lot of you will know the Le Creuset ones. This one was literally, I think, £50. I'll put wherever the link below where I got it from. really out of breath after picking that up. It's really heavy. But you guys know that I'm really enjoying doing things from scratch. I'm not buying wraps anymore. I'm not buying bread rolls, but I want to do loaves of bread. So that's why I got one of those, and hopefully I'm going to do it tomorrow. I think I have bread flour, but yeah, cleaning today, boring stuff. Even a boring dinner. I've only got like salmon stir fry, so not much for you guys to see, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, I feel like I've really lived a bit of a life today. It's about 2 o'clock, I'll admit. I went to get my lashes done back where my parents live, hands still looking ghostly, and I popped into our local town. I saw my parents, I saw Jack's mum, and I've got a bit of a haul. You can't really see it, I'll show you. Yay. Oh, and a dirty sink, so sorry. I'm really not feeling my best at the moment. I don't know what it is. I got my hair extensions. Something's not right. I think it's fake tan. I hate to say it, but I got a few bits. I was going to make bread this morning, but my lash lady, Alice, love you, had to change her appointment, so that's fine. But I was going to make bread this morning. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to haul first. I went to Tiger. It's like that shop, the little like toot shop that I think every town has. Jack and I, Jack doesn't. I love fridge magnets. Jack, oh no, one's got a little dent. Just little heart ones. Valentine's is coming. I love love. Who doesn't love love? I just thought they were cute. I like leaving little notes, bills, receipts, etc. I went into TK Maxx. So my next video is going to be my Galentines. I have bought so much to do like a tablescape. I'll show you a few bits. Oh, this doesn't look like much, but you know the, what is it called? It's like you often see it at runners. I'll insert a picture here of some of the bits that I've already got. But I've put a lot of effort and thought into the colour scheme, the tablescape, and I'm so excited to do a whole video on it. I've also made little menus. I've also made little menus to go on the plates. And then for dessert, I haven't decided if I'm going to do like, I'll probably do a content cake next week to like for display, but the actual dessert I was going to do fondue because I have a little heart fondue set. So I thought I could put this with the fruit and whatever I decide that we're going to dip in the fondue set. So, and it matches the colour scheme, which is dusky, pale pink and wine red. I'm really, really excited. So this was literally £10 in TK Maxx. I just think it's really cute and something I'll keep and I'm sure use again at some point. If you guys have been here a long time, you know I have a bit of a vase problem. And I actually bought these again from Tiger, so cheap. I actually bought these for Jack's parents, Jack's mum. Again, I don't know why I keep saying like the man's gonna love the vases and the fridge magnets. So I got myself a pink and a purple. I have a green. I'll show you some. Please excuse this cupboard because someone let me know how to organise all of this. It's an organised mess. Here are just some of my vases. I have more outside and obviously there's stuff. But look, this, I have the green one and I really wanted the purple one. And then you always have to get things in 3, guys. That's the rule. Oh, and these are also for Valentine's wine red candle holders. So I got those just for my own amusement. And then I actually almost walked out of the shop. Again, a necessary purchase, but I am very, very lucky that most things that I buy are for work because my work is content. Oh my God, you guys won't believe this. I occasionally get stopped. Insane, no words. Who the hell am I to be stopped in the street? People that watch me on TikTok. It's not all the time. Oh, excuse me. It's not all the time. I guess I have quite a big audience on TikTok. I do forget about that. Mental. This lady in TK Maxx was in the queue. She was like, oh, hi. Oh, is your name Georgia? A lot of people don't know my name is Georgia because every last crumb is everywhere. My name isn't everywhere. And she stopped me and she was very, very kind. She was a baker as well. Oh, just so kind. And then she was like, oh, can I get a photo with you? And I was like, this isn't real life. This is not real life. Please. Who am I? And I did say tag me. Sorry, I'm just checking my Instagram because she took the photo on her phone. Well, she hasn't posted. Oh, she did post it. God, I look rough. Oh, this is so sweet. So cute. God, I'm so glad I had concealer on today. Her Instagram, wow. Her Instagram is Wee Cupcakes. I'm going to show her here. How kind. People are so kind and lovely, and I just love kind people. Right, I'm going to leave that up so I reply to her. Anywho, I got these little glasses with little hearts in. How cute. All my girls drink apart from me, so they'll have wine glasses, but as little tumblers, because I have, you know when you go to a restaurant and they have water on the table, I always put these on the table so I don't have to be like, oh, do you need water? Do you want me to fill you up? So how cute, with little baby pink hearts. Yay! Oh, I also am having Jack's sister and her best friend, who we are very close with, having them round on Saturday, so I'm going to do a roast. They have requested sticky toffee pudding. I live and die Nigella Lawson's sticky toffee recipe. Now, sticky toffee isn't my favourite. I love a crumble. Katie isn't a big fan of crumble, and I want the guests to have their favourite dessert, not me. I can have dessert anytime. So doing sticky toffee pudding. We all know I love lamb, so I thought this was pretty good. A whole leg of lamb for 40 quid. Bear in mind, this should really feed 5 to 6 people. There are 4 people. Jack, depending on the mood, eats for 2. But I thought that was quite good value. And all the boring veg. The only thing is, with lamb, I'm going to slow cook it in the oven for 7 hours, but it will be at a low temp. So I can't really do crispy potatoes. So I'm going to trial, because obviously to get, oh, thank God my air fryer is clean. In order to get really crispy potatoes, like really crispy, you need them to be in a little bath of fat, oil, however you choose. And usually you do that in the oven. So I hope you all guys have an air fryer, because who the hell doesn't? And if you don't, I highly recommend you do. So obviously they have a little grill. But I reckon, I'm sure someone has done this, I'll look on TikTok. If I put oil in the bottom of this and make a little bath, and keep turning them, surely I can achieve pretty crispy potatoes. So I'm going to give that a go. I've never done that before. But as a backup, and because it's my favourite, I'm going to do a dauphinoise, purely for my own benefit. Right, let me which one is the long one? So, next week, I love how these are packaged. I'm going to do a dusky pink, pale pink, tablecloth. And then the runner and the chairs are going to be cheesecloth, that's the word, are going to be in a cheesecloth. So I got a long one for the runner. It doesn't look like much, but, you know, like this material. So then that will go across the table. And then I'm also going to wrap the chairs. So I'm going to wrap the top of the chairs and then tie it in a bow. I'm excited. I love stuff like this. That's just all from Amazon. That's pretty much it. I'm going to put away all my shopping. I'm going to message that lovely, lovely lady. I'm going to tidy things up, figure out what I need to do today, and maybe I'll do some bread. I'll be doing something. You guys are going to laugh because obviously I showed you my new casserole dish. Love her. So when I got her, the lid wasn't really sitting flat, and I was like, oh, there's a bit of like a wobble, which I don't really care about. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but I didn't know if like air would come out and it would affect the baking. So I emailed them and I was like, oh, I don't think the lid's like sitting properly. Like there was just a bit of a wobble, which really, if I was cooking in it without a lid, I probably wouldn't be fussed, but I am cooking with the lid on. They just sent me another one, which I thought was very kind of them. Let me get a knife. So I've gone from having 0 to 2 within like a week, and they didn't have cream. I'm pretty sure when I ordered they didn't have black, so I got cream. And then I'm sure they would normally just replace the colour you bought, but they didn't have it, so now I have ended up with the black that I wanted in the beginning. Ugh. I also have nowhere to put them in this kitchen. I haven't cleaned up since I did that haul. I've just had lunch. Oh, I don't know what I prefer. Yeah, that just feels like it's sitting much better. They do look quite cute just there, but I think that will overwhelm Jack, bless him. I want to get so good at bread that I can like gift people bread. Like when people come round, I'll be like, oh, I made this loaf of bread for you. Or like, obviously you guys know the rules in this house. You don't come empty-handed. So if I come to your house, I'm bringing you something, vice versa. Just how I was brought up. I would love to bring people a loaf of bread that I've made, because how nice is that? How cool. I just love that. People are bored of my cake. They've had so much of my cake. I want to bring them bread. I kept giving my parents the like homemade sandwich rolls. I just think it's something a lot of people get a bit scared of bread, a bit scared of yeast. Now, I haven't dipped my toe into sourdough yet, but I think I will. So I don't have loads else to film today, but tomorrow I'm going into London, which I really don't like. I'm not a London girly. I don't get trains. I don't get the underground. However, I'm only going to London Bridge, but I'm going to the Bread Ahead Bakery School. Talia's present was a croissant class. It's 4 hours long, and I get to come home with loads of croissants. I think I'll have too many for me and Jack to consume, and obviously you kind of need to eat them like ASAP. So I might try and make something, maybe like a bread and butter with croissants, or maybe I'll give some away to my friends. So the Osmo is what I film on, is pretty inconspicuous. It's why I love the camera, because it's literally about this big, and it shoots in 4K. I don't know whether I'll be able to mic up, but I'm going to film it and bring you along. So I'm really, really excited to eat some croissants. And I don't think there is anything better than a plain buttery croissant and a good raspberry or strawberry jam. I need to put that on my shopping list. And I think I also might treat myself. One thing I do like about London is flat iron. I love a steak. I love meat. I just love it. I think flat iron is so good value for money. So I think I'm going to treat myself to a little solo date, a little solo day and date. And yeah, I can't wait to take you. So sorry today has been a bit, I haven't done loads today. I did want to do bread, but it's already 4 p.m. I need to clean up, and I need to do a lot of editing and admin and boring stuff. So I'm going to tidy up, and I will see you on my way to London. Okay, so obviously you guys know I'm not a huge fan of going into London. I get very overwhelmed, but it was a really easy journey. Bread Ahead is in Borough Market, so it's literally just one train journey, no stops. I don't know why I was complaining. And I got to read my book, but the class was genuinely the best thing ever. So Bread Ahead obviously is well known for, I think they got famous for their donuts, went viral in Borough Market, and now they do all sorts of classes. They do like sourdough, they do donuts, brioche buns, all sorts. I didn't actually know this, but obviously Talia got me the present for Christmas, and I'm so glad she did. Genuinely the best present ever, and I've never been to a class like this. It was very much the chef, Harriet, I believe her name was Harriet. She was amazing, such a good teacher and explaining things, and I just feel like I've learnt so much other than just attending a class. But it was very much, she would demo, then we would do it. It was a bit like being on Bake Off, I can't lie. It wasn't like this relaxing, go at your own pace. We needed to get it done, because you're doing something that takes such a long amount of time in such a short time. Even though the class I think was 3.5 hours, if you have ever done enriched doughs, that's quite a short time to get turned around for a croissant. But she was amazing. It was so fun, and it was fast paced in the best way. The group was so kind, very mixed. We went round saying each other's names and what our baking experience was. And obviously my job brought up some questions, and everyone was just really, really lovely. And I think that also makes the class just chatting and, you know, getting along with each other. It was really fun. We also got to keep this little scraper, which was amazing, because that's how we did some of our like measuring. And you do also get emailed the recipe and method, so you can repeat it at home. I don't know how often I would do it, because it is such a labor intensive process, but as you know, I do lots of other things that take this long, so maybe I will. And you get such a good yield of croissants. I got to take home 12 croissants. She also showed us how to wrap them differently, so I got some short, straight and chubby ones, and then a little kind of round, longer one, a bit like the emoji. Here is a clip. There was a few people that kindly took some clips for me, which I really appreciated because I was a little bit nervous, you know, getting a camera. It was very obvious that I was there to do some filming, and everyone was just so lovely about it. And we also got to she showed us how to use the same dough for a pain au raisin and a pain au chocolat, and look at everyone's amazing croissants. It was genuinely the most fun I've had, and Talia, thank you so much for such an amazing present. I would love to do another one of those classes, but I don't think the other ones that they offer, I don't know, I haven't done croissants before, whereas I've done kind of everything else apart from sourdough, and I treated myself to a flat iron, and it was honestly the best day ever. I'm heading back to my parents' house so I can drop them some croissants. As much as me and Jack love food, we can't quite get through that many, but they also suggested what you can do with them. Obviously they're best on day 1, what you can do with them on day 2, day 3, etc. So I already feel a bit sick. We got a croissant when we got there, bread ahead donut as well. I've now had a flat iron because I don't go into London much, so when I do go into London, I had a little solo date, which was really fun. I'm on quite a long train back, so I'm going to do some reading and then give some croissants to my family. And then Jack's actually working near my parents' house, so he's going to pick me up, and then we're going to go home together. I didn't actually get to try one. They kind of rush. Well, it's not rushed, but they've got time. Ta-da!
They look very good. No, they look really good, George.
Thank you. 4 in there.
Did everyone turn out well?
Yeah, there's 12 people in a class, so I didn't get to see everyone's.
How many you got?
I think 12.
Oh.
I've forgotten where everything is in this house. Right, let's see how my lamination...
What's lamination, darling?
Like the layers of... Ooh.
They look perfect.
Yay.
Never want to eat another packet of croissants again.
I know, when we had one at the start, it was really good.
They look right. Very nice.
That's good.
They do look very good.
And I rolled it and I shaped it.
All my own work.
It was stressful.
Yep.
It's not a relaxing class.
No?
No, I felt like I was on Bake Off, because they got to get you... They have a time limit. I'm not vlogging for the rest of tonight, but I just wanted to show you this delivery I got. So for the Galentines that I'm doing next week, which I'm doing a whole video on because I've put so much time and effort into all the decor and the menus, my little menus arrived. And obviously we all know this is a Canva special. And I would usually go on Canva, make them, and then go to Vistaprint. But in the corner of when I made these, it said, get these delivered. Who is, like... Canva can do that, send it to my door, and it was free delivery. So for 5 was, I think, £11 or like £10 with delivery included, which I thought was really good. And I thought I can get a little box and keep, if I do hosting and dinner parties and stuff like this, I can keep these and have a little box as like memories. So these are them, they're so cute. It says Galentine's at G's. That's the menu. The willpower it's taking not to put this in the girls group chat, but I think it'll be more special if they come in and then see it on their plates. I'm so pleased. I just think that's the cutest thing ever, and I love me a keepsake. So I'm gonna chill now, do nothing, watch some TV with Jack, and I will see you tomorrow. There's a lot to do because the lamb takes 7 hours slow cooking in the oven, so it's going to be a fun day tomorrow, and I will see you then. Good morning, guys. So it is Saturday. Why? I never know what day it is. It's 20 to 10. So, plan today. Jack's working. Great for us, because I get the kitchen to myself. Not that he's ever in the kitchen, but the house is to myself. I can blare Olivia Dean as loud as I like. This bad boy is going in the oven at a low temp for 7 hours. So 7, I want to hopefully dish up by 6:30. Katie and Osh are coming at 5, so that means they would have been here an hour. This will come out at 6, then like 15 minutes to do the gravy and let it rest, probably eat at 6:30. I need to get that in by 11, so I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then I've got to sear it, do the veg for it to rest on, and then in it goes in the oven. to accompany my leg of lamb, which is my favourite. Lamb is my favourite. I can't have it next week because the girls, Chloe doesn't eat red meat, so not doing that next week. And then the week after, Imogen, my other friend, doesn't eat lamb either, which is fine. So I'm getting my lamb in now. I'm gonna do veg with it. I've got carrots and parsnips to roast with veg, and then I've got to make my sticky toffee. I didn't really want to rush up this morning. I've washed my hair, I've done my makeup. So yeah, I didn't want to be like rushing. Usually I always do the dessert in the morning, so it's done, but I actually want to time it so it comes out warm. So I'll put it in when the lamb comes out while we're eating, and then you can really get it straight out the oven when it's at its best. And that's pretty much it. Not doing starters. There's going to be a lot of volume of meat, carbs, veg. My favourite combo. So I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to enjoy one of my lovely croissants. And yeah, crack on, to be honest. I fake tanned my neck because my foundation needs a tan. And I'll fake tan my hands later so I don't look too weird. But my hands are going to be in washing up all day, so there's no point doing it right now. But yeah, I'm hungry, so I'm going to have some eggs, some bacon and a croissant and then crack on. I also completely forgot to say I'm going to do a loaf of bread, although it won't be baked today because I'm not sure whether my friend's coming around for breakfast tomorrow, but I want to do a bread anyway. I've got the time today. I've got to be here. Well, I can leave the house if the oven's on, but I've got to be around, so I may as well. I'm going to do the Louise Kitchen Garden bread recipe. I'm obviously a bloody expert at her bread rolls. I don't need to look at the recipe anymore. So I'm going to try her no knead loaf, but obviously it needs like 18 hours in the fridge. So I think the lamb's going to go in, I'm going to start the dough, and then it'll be in the fridge, needs about 18 hours, so then I can bake and prove tomorrow morning, which I will include, and then that'll be the end of the mini vlog. But I already know it's not going to be so mini, so thank you for watching. Another thing I love about lamb is you just let it be. You give it a good sear so it's got some colour. Sear it, veg, stock, cheap wine. Obviously we don't drink wine, so this is literally a fiver. I need 300 ml. I didn't even know you could get wine so cheap. Yeah, you let it just do its thing. Right, I need to bring that up to a simmer. And this is my big roaster. Like, this is a big roast. This is a massive leg of lamb. I feel like we got a really good deal. So I'm super, super happy. And Jack's been at work today. We all love a bit of meat. So although it will feed 4 to 6, this will feed 4. I do wonder if we'll have some left over. I just love lamb. So I'm going to bring that up to a simmer and cover it with foil, and in it goes for 7 hours at 120. Get some like turkey foil instead of having to double wrap it. But just look at that piece of meat. Absolutely delicious. I mean, respect to all the vegans and vegetarians, but I could not live without a piece of meat on a daily basis. Is that a bad thing? So yeah, really excited. Next, I'm gonna have my croissant because I've been waiting. I always try and have my protein and carbs first. No, that's wrong. I always try and have my protein and fats first and then have my carbs. I'm not gonna go into the science, but you can do your own research. So I always have eggs and bacon in the morning. And I've got my lovely croissants here, so I'm going to have some croissants and jam. Delicious. This is going to go in the oven. I'm on time. I really wanted to get it in for 11, and it's 10:57, so I'm very, very, very excited. And then we're going to do some bread. I've just had a delivery, and this is for Galentine's next weekend. This website called, what's it called? The website is Jolie's Tablecloths. It just came up on Google because they do it made to order, so you can decide what size you want the tablecloth to be. It feels of really good quality, really thick. You wouldn't be able to get this off Amazon. However, I don't think this is the colour that I thought it was online. I thought it was more of like it does say plain dusky pink cotton blend, but on the website I will admit it did look a lot lighter. I feel like this is more of like a mauve. Mauve, is that the right colour? But it will go with the vibe because it's wine red, so this will look perfect. And it is really high quality. That's something that I'll keep forever, really. So I'm going to actually see if it fits on the table. It feels, yeah, it feels really nice. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased. Because the ones you buy online are really cheap. Even the expensive ones that I got from H&M, I still think they're quite thin. So this is really good quality. And I'm going to see if it fits on the table, because our table is a square, but it extends both ways. Because I've only got 4 people, I'm extending it on one side, and that's how I measured it. I've got to make the table for Katie and Osh, so I may as well just strip the table now and do this now while I have a little break, and then I'm going to go to the bread. I know I thought this was a lighter pink, but it does kind of go with the vibe. I got these placemats off Amazon. Wait. Then I've got my invite. I'm gonna get some roses. I'm sorry. Right, I need cutlery now. I have 3 mini vases that will split up the table. And then I have the, again, matching colour. Randomly got these in Sainsbury's the other week. And I've got burgundy candles. Is that just not a big fat vibe? And I like that this feels like a bit more mature rather than like baby pink, red, Valentine's. Like this is like adult women. Do you know what I mean? I'm so happy to dress the table. If I was up and I had loads of spare money, which I don't, and I don't ever think I will again, I would have loved to have got the matching Addison Ross pepper meals. That is so extra and so unnecessary, but that would literally make it. So yeah, that's a little sneak peek into next week. I have a lot more to go on the table as well, but the only thing is, I don't know if you can see, but the light that we want is out of stock. So, and we still haven't decided, you know, we have stuff we want to hang, but it's scary like starting. Wow, I'm really high up, it's overwhelming me. Like, it's a bit scary committing to like the first print, if that makes sense. So that wall does look a bit bland, but I don't know, it's scary. We've got a few prints we want to put up, but it's just deciding where we want to place them, and we just haven't had a chance yet. So that's a little sneak peek into next week, and yeah, I can't wait. Hi guys, so we are doing the bread. It's pretty much the same as her bread rolls. The ingredients and measurements are different, but it's a no knead recipe, which that basically means you're not like kneading it. You don't need a KitchenAid, but you do what's called stretch and fold, which is where you get the dough, you lift it up, let it stretch, and fold it back on itself, which is like tightening the dough, I think. I think you are kneading it, but it's not kneading as I think other people would know. So it's really easy. You do this twice. Sorry, you do 2 sets of stretch and folds, and then you have to wait a bit of time in between, but you can see the dough gets really tight. It's really interesting. I'm really enjoying getting into breads. I feel that I have learned enough knowledge. I have a more confidence now to do sourdough starter. So I'm pretty sure it's just water, good quality flour, and you just feed it over a couple of days so it's alive. Right, I'm happy with that. She says 4 to 6, so I always give it 5. I don't know why. It's all tightened up. You can't really stretch it anymore. And then I'm pretty sure sorry, that's probably loud. I'm pretty sure I just wrap it now, and it's in the fridge for literally 12 hours, I think, 18 hours. There's not a lot of yeast in this dough, whereas the bread rolls, I think, take about 10 grams. This takes only 2, and that's why it needs a long proof. So I'm really enjoying learning all of this stuff about bread, and I love just making things from scratch, knowing they haven't put lots of preservatives in and like all that, like what's that ingredient, like the gum that makes things really soft and last longer. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got New York bagels in my fridge because they're really good, but they're in the freezer as an emergency, and if I am lucky enough and fortunate enough to have the time to be at home, I want to be able to do stuff like this. And yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully this turns out all right, because in the recipe she does recommend that you get precision weighing scales, because the normal scales that everyone will have in their house won't pick up 2 grams, but I do have pretty exact measuring spoons. So for now, let's hope that it turns out all right. But yeah, this is going to be in the fridge now, and then I've got to start prepping the potatoes for both roasties and dauphinoise. Hi guys, so daylight is fading. It's 4 p.m. Katie and Osh are coming at 5. Jack's still not home from work, but he said he'd be home on time, so that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter when anyone turns up, but Dolphy is in the oven. Because the oven's at such a low temp, the thing about dauphinoise, which if you watch the vlogs, you know this, it's so easy. Bake it whenever, warm it back up, it's so forgiving, love it. Boiling potatoes for my air fryer potato experiment. Veg, look, with veg, I'm lazy. I love things from scratch, but with a roast, there's so much going on. I've only got one oven. I'm very lucky to have that oven, but I'd love to one day. I've got the air fryer going, the hob will be going. I love microwave veg. I'm sorry I said it. I do it all weeknight. I don't boil my veg. I don't want to wash up a pan. And this has broccoli. This one has broccoli, fine beans, runner beans. That just means the craziness when you're getting everything on the plate. I just chuck these in the microwave. Done. Look, I'm doing everything else top spec. I can microwave some veg, okay? Don't know why I'm trying to explain myself to you. We're going to do, in one side of the air fryer, roasted parsnips with honey and mustard. Why did I say it like that? Parsnips and carrots. Parsnips are my literal fave. I could just have a plate of them for dinner. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they're quite sweet. In the other side, we're going to do the potato experiment. So I also have not even thought about the sticky toffee pudding, so I need to do that. And I also want to hoover and just put bleach on the toilet. You know, guests are coming. I know it's only Katie and Osh. I now know, like, did you ever, like, when you were younger and your friends came around and your parents were like, oh, this isn't done like the company. I'm like, they don't care. Katie and Osh don't care, but I'm still tidying the whole house. Now I get it. I get it. It's gone full circle. Thanks, Mum. And yeah, I'm really excited. I feel so lucky that, because I know this isn't like a common thing. Jack's family and our family, we love both families. I love them so much. I genuinely feel so lucky to have gained like another sister, and I love Osh, that we just have such a good time together and we don't stop laughing, and I just love it. And I just feel so lucky that we have such a lovely family, and I guess like my in-laws are just lovely. I just love everyone, and I feel so lucky to have both sides of my family, to be in contact with both sides get on, because I know that doesn't happen a lot. So yeah, feeling very grateful. I don't think I'll film anything with the mic on. I don't think Katie and I should want to be mic'd up, but I will show you the roast and stuff like that, and maybe there'll be another clips, and I'll let you know how the sticky toffee pudding comes out. But I've also had one of the bread ahead donuts today, so I don't feel that hungry, but I've got probably 2.5 hours before I'm having to eat, so I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm gonna get stuck in, and I'll see you later. Hi guys, so I know I haven't said much today, but I've had a lovely Sunday, doing Sunday things, done a wash, done my food shop, and did the bread, which I'm so happy with. I had a friend round, Imogen, oh, excuse me, she bought me some lovely flowers. Anyone that knows me well knows I love flowers because I love collecting vases, and I can put my flowers in my vases and it makes me so happy. My cup is so full. But yeah, we've just been yapping for the last couple of hours. She's left and we had some toast. It looks like a sourdough, but it's not. It's just a white bread using normal like baker's yeast. I've actually got my proper nice flour, not just like Tesco's own. And I've got my jar and I'm gonna make my sourdough starter. I've been told that using wholemeal is better to start your starter with. Because there's more like bacteria, so I'm going to give that a go. I've sterilised my jar, not sure if you're supposed to do that, but the bread I'm so pleased with, so happy. It looks like sourdough, but it's not, but it's really soft. Oh, so good. So this is a Louise Kitchen Garden recipe. I will put all the recipes, everything that I've made, if it has a recipe, it will always be in the description. I got this butter that was nice in Sainsbury's. Usually I really like the French small batch butter from M&S. It's got like salt crystals in. The best butter ever, however, wasn't near an M&S. And I got this one, which I thought was really, really nice. Really salty, really creamy. I also have Kerrygold, which I didn't give that a go, but I wanted a nice butter to go with the bread and it was just delicious. But Louise says to obviously have a few slices for like the day after, but it's best if you like slice and freeze. That way every time you're having it, it's like fresh, because obviously fresh bread, like a baguette, it doesn't last very long because it hasn't got all these preservatives in. So once it's a little bit cooler, because it's really, really soft at the moment, I love giving it that like crackle. But yeah, I'm gonna slice it up, put it in the freezer. Jack is working with his like friend this week, so I'm gonna make them some flapjacks or cakes, and I've just got other little bits, Sunday bits to do, and make my starter and just set up for a good week. But I really do hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you got to the end, thank you for watching the vlog. I always really appreciate it. If there's anything that you want to see, something that you don't enjoy about the vlogs, be honest. I like to know what people like to watch. If you do get to the end, please comment a loaf of bread emoji so I can thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one.